everybody. Welcome to the Golden Lotus Studio Songwriters Open Mic Night. I am your host, Siena Friend, and I'm very excited for our lineup tonight. We have some of my very favorite people and favorite songwriters tonight, so it's going to be a good one. I am going to start off the night by playing a song. And let me see here. Cool. Just making sure we're all good with our settings. So, I wrote this song in one of Gary Grundy's songwriting workshops, and a few of us on the call tonight I know do classes with him, but if you have not heard of him, he is the creator of Golden Lotus Studios, which is an online songwriting community. And he does weekly song workshops, he does songwriting classes, and a few of us are a part of the Friday afternoon song club where we have 1 hour to write a song. And we get some prompts, we do some free writing, some singing, and hopefully get a song by the end of it. So it's a good time. And this song, the assignment was to write a gift song for someone, and I loved this idea. And the person that I wrote this song for is one of the people on the call tonight, so I thought it would be a good night to perform it. And she is Erica, and she's been my best friend since we were about 5 years old. And I know that she has written me songs in the past, but I think this was the first song that I wrote for her. So it's called You Once Said. Slow down, girl. Let's talk like we used to. Stop being a grown-up. Let's stop being useful. 'Cause if I could be there with you, we'd stay in the house, order Indian food, and fall asleep on the couch, watching a Jane Austen movie. And you once said you have an incurable fear of death, but when you think of some part of you carrying on and on, you find some comfort in that. Remember how green the grass that summer in Boulder, the river rushed under the bike path. We couldn't picture getting older. Remember holding my hand, watching Times Square go by from the back of a cab, writing songs for our fake bands. Said we'd live in a brownstone together. And you once said you have an incurable fear of death, but when you think of some part of you carrying on and on, you find some comfort in that. You're what I miss most about just about everything. Being a teenager, memories of spring. Talking to you always gave my thoughts meaning. Words made sense when I heard you sing them. And you once said you have an incurable fear of death, but when you think of some part of you carrying on that the world will go back to the way that it was. The years will come undone. We'll lay on our backs looking up towards the sun. Thanks. Thanks, y'all. All right, so I forgot to mention but how tonight's going to work. We have 5 performers, and at the end we have a featured performer tonight, the very talented Vealy, and we're going to be doing a little Q&A with her. And if you're watching on YouTube, you can submit some questions if you want to ask her anything. So definitely stick around for the hour. And next up, we have Brodie Kinder joining us from Hawaii.
Aloha.
Hey, Brodie.
Hey, guys. Thank you, Siena. Thank you for having me here. Thank you, Internet World, for being here and watching now or later. Yeah, super cool. I wrote this song actually when I was previously living in Hawaii. Now that I'm back, it's fun to play. It's called Beautiful Day. Let's start. Hey, honey. She got home. All right. It's a beautiful day, making music today. In a beautiful way, sunshine and rain. It's a beautiful life, friends by my side. Ease your stride, bring love to the. We cool, we fool, we boom, all the way out of here. So fly, finger paint the atmosphere. Hawaiian Islands, the lights with the bass low. You know I'm asking for your voice when that chorus goes. Sometimes it's like, seems like a fist fight between your thoughts and expectations for that perfect life. Look at the awesome, so sick with it, awestruck. All the cats are saying it's one for all, all for love. So, it's a beautiful day, make music today. In a beautiful way, sunshine and rain. It's a beautiful life, friends by my side. Ease my stride, bring love to the night. To the It's a beautiful day, making music today. In a beautiful way, sunshine and rain. It's a beautiful life, friends by my side or online. Hey, ease your stride, bring love to the night. To the night. To the night. In the morning when I wake up, it's a beautiful day, day. And I go outside and I look up. Let it take me away. Let it take me away. Let it take me away.
So good. That was awesome.
Yeah. Cool to have like a virtual audience. I can see all you guys at the top. Thanks for the message. I was like, yeah.
Sounded great.
All right. Let's see how this one turns out. This is we're gonna mix a little bit of some computer audio in with some real audio. So, yeah, this song is a tune that I actually wrote in when I was in the Compose Yourself class before I joined the album Mastermind with Gary Grundy. Its song is called Breathe. And it's kind of like a happy reminder of, you know, there's a lot of shit going on. Excuse my French. A lot of stuff going on. And, you know, it's good to just breathe. All right, let's see this. We got all the time in the world to do what we want to do. Watching stars and swim in the ocean. It's always the right place with you. And sometimes it's hard to imagine how we get there. You carry the weight of it all. When I'm down, this is what you tell me to just breathe. Hold fast, my baby. You and I, we have what we need. Stop searching for something outside of yourself. I must have shown you 1,000 times that we can do it on our own. I could sing with you for hours. You make me feel like rock and roll. Oh, this love is something divine. It permeates the depth of my soul. It's beautiful to see how you want to make a difference, but you carry the weight of it all. I must have shown you 1,000 times that we can do it on our own. You're my divine manifester. You can change the world around you. Let your heart take over and let go of the housing you do. Stop. You're my divine manifester. You can change the world around you. Let your heart take over and let go of the housing you do. Stop. Stop searching for something outside of yourself. Hold fast, my baby. You and I, we have what we need. Stop searching for something outside of yourself.
Yes.
Cool.
Thanks, Brodie. That was awesome. Is that one going on the album?
Yep.
Yeah? Nice. Yeah,
Sometime
Brodie and I are both in this album mastermind group with Gary, so we've done a little collaboration, and I knew he was an amazing producer and songwriter, but I haven't heard you play live before, so that was super fun. Thank you. All right. Next up, we have Erica Terpening, my friend since I was 5, and we used to be in a band together, and she is one of my favorite songwriters in the world, so I'm excited to have you here tonight. And
Thanks, Pete.
I know you might not have the strongest internet connection, so we will hope that everything goes well.
Yeah, if the sound cuts out for everyone listening, just put a couple minutes of your favorite song on, and then We'll all meet up at the end. Is it sounding okay right now?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you.
So I don't typically, so this is an acoustic bass that I barely play, and I don't usually accompany myself on. So desperate times, et cetera, et cetera. So you'll all bear with me, and we'll see how this goes. This song, I wrote this song after my boyfriend and I went to see 1917 and spent the whole movie thinking that we might be about to be in like an active shooter situation because of some strange behavior of the guy next to me. It was, anyway, I finished it recently, and it's a very particular song, but also feels like it's a little bit about how I've been feeling a lot lately. So anyway. Why the sky reflecting the stone so much? Why is this guy checking his phone so much? Who goes to the movies alone, let alone this kind? And on opening night, why is this shot like a scene in a play? Why would he choose today of all days? And with me at his side as he unzipping his coat and reaching inside, no, is it me? Is this about to be the worst possible thing? Just as the screen blooms in another lyrical and sleek, beautiful scene, and I think it's not happening. I know it's not happening. Of course it's not happening. But what if it is? It's not happening. I know it's not happening, of course it's not happening, but what if it is? Why are these trench dramas always the same? Somebody gets scared so someone else can get brave, and all bodies are props unless the bodies have names. And then a golden voice tenor sings beside the grave. How is this glistening soldier's hair staying in such perfect place while my racing heart shakes me back and forth in my seat? Oh God, he's bending down now for something at his feet. No, is it true? And will you feel it soon when the doom creeps over to you? Just as this new version of an old exceptionalist story of man's indomitable will swells in widescreen before me. No, it's not happening, of course it's not happening. I know it's not happening, but what if it is? It's not happening. I know it's not happening, of course it's not happening, but what if it is? That line where fear and politeness collide, where reason and action unwind, and all you can do is repeat in your mind, is this how I die? Is this how I die? Some signs are so easy to read. The crescendoing score seems to blow through the trees as pathos just positively drips down the screen. Is this the last fucking movie I'll ever see? Is that right? Is tonight the night? The fault line, and on the other side we will be bodies covered in dust. No British director to make symbols of us. No, it's not happening. I know it's
Awesome. That song is so
Um,
good. I love it.
Is the sound working out okay?
Yeah, you're not cutting out. You're good.
Great. This next one, I think I'm going to just sing a cappella. Is that cool?
Yeah, of course.
Great. I thought I'd spend a little more time working out the bass line before I tried to do that in front of at least 5 people. This song is a kind of ode to a character in Lonesome Dove. Let me see what key I'm in. Yeah. Lorena, you filled that hot room with disdain, with the hum of your boredom and pain. Now all you hear is the sound of the rain coating the plane. You know it twists, though. You were never one to shy from a risk, though. One of these clouds might still get you to Frisco. So just go, or let that one last wish go. They say you ain't got nothing if you ain't got love. But then again, not having nothing is not the same as having enough. And if somebody is the lion, then someone else is the dove. My darling, you are the dove. My darling, you are the dove. Lorena, they opened you up like a vein and covered you with a blanket of pain. Now it's the fear that'll drive you insane. So you try to remain in the next breath. The sky bends even over all this death. Leave the killed parts behind, see what's still left, what you've kept. How many nights since you've slept? They say you ain't got nothing if you ain't got love. But then again, not having nothing is not the same as having enough. And if somebody is a lion, then someone else is the dove. My darling, you are 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 the dove. I like your eyes, dear. They've lost the ability to lie, dear. And isn't it peculiar to lie here? And when did you become so shy? I like your grip, girl. You hold my shirt so hard it's gonna rip. Girl, the line you're on is liable to slip. Girl, but you've got my word, I'll get you through this trip. Oh, Lorena, you see that woman there, she don't complain. She just brings you in her home like you're the same. Has any other woman ever said your name? It kills all your shame. Those girls, they want you, but not the kind of want that you are used to. Just hold them in your arms and sing the same tunes. No one sang you. Pretend you're just a girl too. They say you ain't got nothing if you ain't got love. But then again, not having nothing is not the same as having enough. And if somebody is the lion, then someone else is the dove. Then, darling, you are the dove. My darling, you are the dove. Oh, darling, you are the dove. My darling, you are the dove. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Erica.
Yeah.
It's really nice to see you play. Thanks for being here.
Thank you.
All right. Moving on. Next up, we have Adam Kerbel, and Adam and I really just met for the first time tonight, but I know he's been taking Gary's Friday Song Club as well, and I think I've heard a couple of the songs he's posted, so I'm looking forward to hearing you live. Thanks for being here.
Yay, thanks so much. Hi, everyone. I'm Adam, and hi. And I have been part of the Friday afternoon song clubs for about 7 weeks, and I'm a dance and theater artist, and now I am practicing writing songs. So let me get my audio perfect here. This is a song that is about friends. And sometimes I think that, no, actually, this is a song that's about family. And I was thinking about a family as a whole and a family as a kind of like collective witness to growing up. So this song is called For Families. When you look at me, I almost start to shout, almost cry out loud. Harder than I thought, in my arms, drive in the car, laughing so hard. One more day, every day, I'll make sure you're okay, no matter what they say. Tonight, one day I will have called just to say, how are you? One day I will have called just to say, how are you? You'll be enough, no matter what. I love you, but always. Did you grow up to be the dancer that I see on Broadway and TV tonight? One day I will have called just to say, how are you? One day I will have called just to say, how are you? Answer your phone, please come home. 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 I love you. I love you. Awesome. Oh my God. So cool. Thank you for that. Okay. So I have my second song is about friends. And I think that friends are sometimes people who can be the keeper of a memory, someone else's memory. And sometimes I think that maybe a friend can see something that the other person might not yet. So this is called Neither Nor. I can tell I became your friend, 'cause you poured me the whiskey verse. She tells to me of a memory. You're the one in her eyes when she's drowning under water. Don't hold your breath, hear me out. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I can see a bad mood hanging on, and we'll get along. 'Cause you let a web grow in time-lapse film. Now you're caught, it's not a joke. It's all a sudden. So hold your losses and move on. Her heart is waiting right here. How can this be? We'd be here, us three. The three of us sharing a little whiskey. I can see a bad mood hanging. I wish you could see the gems you are displaying. You are my friend, not my only friend. One I might call brother. It's not your fault, it's neither nor. And maybe we're meant together. Oh my God, thank you so much. Wow. I was nervous because this is my first open mic in my life. So,
Wow, that's so
uh,
awesome.
yeah. So, thank you so much, Sienna, and everybody here is so great. So, thank you so much for that.
Thank you for performing. That was beautiful. And you did not seem nervous. You seemed very comfortable. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm so glad that you're writing songs and sharing them.
Your
Thanks.
first song made me cry.
Oh my God. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, that was beautiful. All right, next up we have Jessie Jayne. And
Hey.
Jessie and I were in a class together at the Songwriting School of Los Angeles. And yeah, I loved all the songs that I heard from you. They were so unique. So I'm excited to hear you play tonight and see you again.
Yeah, hey guys. It's exciting. Yeah, so I thought I'd write I don't know, in all this like quarantine, I've been reflecting a lot and kind of going back into the dusty songbook. So this is the first song, one of the first songs I wrote. And it is called I Feel Fine. And it's kind of summery, hopefully. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, let me know if you can hear me. The scorching sunshine melts the raindrop. The clouds part, the sky is clear. The birds sit in the tree, chirping most melodically. And for now, I am happy. Could lay for hours in this grass. I lay my head, nothing else to do instead. The blues have gone away forever, an eternity, because right now I'm flying so high, flying so high, flying along comes lots of added fears of your responsibility. Could lay for hours in this grass, selling my hair. Nothing else to do instead. The blues have gone away forever and eternity. Because right now I'm flying so high, flying so high, flying so high, flying so high, so high. The scorching sunshine, it melts the rain. Responsibilities that just cause pain. My blues are green now, and I think that I will be just fine, just fine. Could lay for hours in this grass, I lay my head. Nothing else to do instead. The blues have gone away forever and eternity. Because right now I'm flying so high, flying so high, flying so high, flying so high, flying, 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 flying so high, flying, 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 flying so high. Ooh, like the calm of the butterfly on the moonlit sky. This is just a jam, and we'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine, oh honey. We'll be just fine, oh honey. We'll be just fine. We'll be just fine. Going down.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Okay, so now I'm gonna try. So I've been practicing playing, doing more piano in quarantine too. So thought I'd try something on piano. Maybe I'll do this higher. Yeah, this song is about. So I'm from Britain and I moved over to California, Los Angeles, about 5 years ago. And this is kind of a summation of like everything I've been feeling, and a bit of, I guess, tourist song as well. Sorry. But yeah, this is called Cali Kind of Feeling. Gold streams through your window pane, makes you get up, want to start the day. Every puppy's got a story to tell. Drama queens coming out of the shell. Kombucha drops from every passage. Apple toast on the TikTok message. Promises to make you a star one day. Before you get there, there'll be debt to pay. Don't wanna write another song about California, but this beating sun makes me a believer. Dreams floating in this land of plenty. So why do I feel so empty? California soul, California dreaming, California weeping, Cali kind of feeling, Cali kind of feeling, Cali kind of feeling, Cali kind of back too late. Beach bodies got their pull-ups and muscles. Burnout bankers got their screenwriting hustle. Splits appear in your denim seams. 405 Boulevard, broken dreams. Cacti glow like daggers at sunrise. Photos up on your Insta disguise. Don't wanna write another song about California, but this beating sun makes me a believer. Dreams float in this land of plenty. So why do I feel so empty? California soul, California dreaming, California weeping, Cali kind of feeling. This golden state has made its mistakes, but so have you. Time to change your tune, build a life, look at where you are. Can't complain, you've got everything, money and fame. Why you trouble in the sun don't shine just for everyone? Cali kind of feeling. Don't wanna write another song about California, but this beating sun makes me a believer, and dreams float in this land of plenty. So why do I feel so empty? California soul, California dreaming, California weeping, oh, Cali feeling, California soul, California soul, California soul, Cali kind of feeling.
Nice.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, Jess. That was beautiful. That chorus is super catchy. I'm gonna have that in my head for sure. All right, that brings us to our last performer of the night is Vealy, and she's going to share 3 songs for us, and then we're gonna do a brief Q&A. So if you're watching on YouTube, you can send your questions in, and if you have any questions about songwriting, producing, Vealy is an amazing producer and musician, so I'm happy to have you here, Vealy. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Yeah.
No pressure.
Don't give me hard questions, okay?
No, they're gonna be.
Okay, so I'm gonna sing 3 songs. Let's see. They're all kind of new. This first song is, I'll call WTL, hashtag WTL, for Worth the Love. I guess it's a song, it's the thing that my younger self would need to hear. And writing the song, you know, kind of realizing too that, yeah, maybe I need this too right now. Myself right now needs it, and myself tomorrow also needs it. And I hope you guys can connect. Take me back to the start, show me where it hurts. This must be the reason you've been trying to prove your worth. I've been in those same shoes before. I recognize the ache that I hear in your voice. Darling, the truth is I still got issues. needed to hear this. Maybe you do too. You're worth the love, worth the love. Don't forget it. You're worth the love, worth the love. Don't deny it. It seems hard to believe, but it's easy to see. You're worth the love. You're worth the love. You've always tried to belong, afraid of being criticized. You've hidden all your flaws. Darling, the truth is I still got issues. I needed to hear this. Maybe you do too. You're worth the love, worth the love. Don't forget it. You're worth the love, worth the love. Don't deny it. It seems hard to believe, but it's easy to see. You're worth the love. You're worth the love. Don't forget it, don't deny it, don't you doubt it. Don't forget it, don't deny it, don't you doubt it. Don't forget it, don't deny it, don't you doubt it. Don't forget it, don't deny it, don't you doubt it. You're worth the love, worth the love. 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 It seems hard to believe, but it's easy to see. But you're worth the love.
Woo!
Yay! Cool. That's
Beautiful.
it. Thank you. Yeah, it's always a reminder. Like, I feel like I've sung that song many times in like Zoom calls, but it's such a nice reminder, you know, with live people, and for myself at WTL. Okay, this next song is kind of new. We finished it yesterday. I write a lot of my songs with my writing partner, Noah, and this one, I guess it's like what I would say to like someone that I really care about, and I know what they're probably going through, but like they don't want to tell me. So this is kind of new, so I have my cheat sheet. Don't do this to me. Just say what's on your mind. Talking is cheap. We can afford it. Get out of your head. I know you too well. Your lies are a bad disguise. Does this ring a bell? I'm doing just fine. I'm staying alive. Who are you fighting with? Put down your defense. who's on your side. Bad habits, they can change. Give it a little space. Say what's on your mind. So say what you want like a kid, like you used to. Please don't pretend you don't care, cause you know you do. You know it too. So say what you want like a kid, like you used to. Please don't pretend you don't care, cause I know you do. You know it too. Who are you fighting with? Put down your defenses. Know who's on your side. Bad habits, they can change. Give it a little space. Say what's on your mind.
Woo!
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you. I love that you're sharing some new songs. That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm trying to write more, and sometimes just like bad stuff. So when the good stuff comes out, it's like, yes.
Oh yeah. Gotta write the bad stuff to get to the good stuff, for sure.
It hurts. Painful. All right, cool. And this is my last song. My latest release on Spotify. It's called Just Like Me. And I realized this song was a realization that I'm a yes person. And not like for experiences for like, daredevil stuff, but more for like, oh, can you do me a favor? Yeah, sure. Yeah. Until I realized that I'm spreading myself too thin. So there was a big moment of reflection that lasted for weeks, and kind of the song kind of came out from that. So. How many times have you been hurt and you said it's okay? How many times have you held your tongue and thought, say it with grace? You try so hard to be perfect for everyone else. What a burden. I hate when you say yes, as if you couldn't say no. Just like me, you play the game of keeping promises you shouldn't have made. Just like me, your heart has aged from all the bridges you've tried to maintain. I wanna know the reason behind you acting like everything is fine. Just like me, just like me. Been busy rescuing others, you don't have time for yourself. Don't know if you're playing hero or you're afraid to look in the mirror. You try so hard to be perfect for everyone else. What a burden. I hate hate when you say yes, as if you couldn't say no. Just like me, you play the game of keeping promises you shouldn't have made. Just like me, your heart has aged from all the bridges you've tried to maintain. I wanna know the reason behind you acting like everything is fine. Just like me, just like me. You try so hard to be perfect for everyone else. What a burden. I hate when you say yes, as if you couldn't say no. Just like me, you play the game of keeping promises you shouldn't have made. Just like me, your heart is aged from all the bridges you've tried to maintain. I wanna know the reason behind you acting like everything is fine. Just like me, just like me.
Yay!
Thank you.
Oh, that was so beautiful, that last song. Yeah, I think you touched on something that I definitely relate to and that I'm sure a lot of people do, and you said it in such a beautiful, poetic way. I love that.
Thank you. It took many, many weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, and many rewrites. I wrote it with Noah. Took a very long time. There's like a version that's like, don't say yes too much. You know, that first draft. Oh God.
Yeah, that's so interesting. I actually had a question that someone texted me about. They were curious about how you worked with your songwriting partner. So I'd also love to hear a little bit more about that. Like, what's your process?
Oh, well, I'm very lucky enough that my writing partner is also my boyfriend, and we live in the same house. And he is a screenwriter, and he's just a wonderful painter using his words. So, like I just noodle around, like in the keyboard, you know. I usually journal for a little bit before I start my day, and then I come here to the keyboard, and then whatever I just wrote, the feelings kind of come out through the music, and I would write whatever word comes. Like just like me was one of those things that was like, oh, it's just like me, but also just like me, like you're just like me. And then sometimes like these words are like doesn't make sense, but like what are you actually trying to say? And then we talk about it, and then we find the best line that suits the overall feeling and message of the song. Oh, wait, can you hear me? I should be talking to this, right?
Oh, yeah, I could still hear you, but...
Oh, okay. So, yeah.
Oh, that's really cool. You are lucky that you have someone you're close to, and especially right now that you live with.
Yeah,
that you
I'm
can
very lucky.
create with.
Yeah. I'm very lucky about that. I'm not very good yet with like I feel like writing by myself. So like if I'm not like very close and I can be very vulnerable with someone else, I feel like I'm like I don't know what to say to you. It's like that just like me. I have to be like perfect, and I'm kind of careful with words with like other people that I'm not really familiar with. Yeah.
Yeah. I find co-writing to be so difficult for that. It's hard to open up with people that you're not really close to.
Yeah. It's good to be friends first.
Yeah. Jessie's asking, do you start with piano melodies first? Or when does that come in for you?
It's very short. The piano melodies, I start with chords first, and then I hum, and then the melodies come from humming, and then I add later on. I'm not like a piano player, so I kind of like figure out like, oh, what chord is that actually?
Could have fooled me. I thought you were a piano player.
Definitely not. No, so let's see, 2 years ago before I moved to LA, like I was so nervous to like sing and play by myself. So I was in Chicago and I had a piano teacher and she was amazing. But like for my first ever like single that I put out on Spotify, I had to hire her. I had to hire her like play my chords that I just made up, and I was like so insecure. I was like, is this even the right chord? But you know, it's cool to see the growth that comes with practicing and like performing live, and kind of the confidence that comes from, okay, I can do this. Yeah, so that's very cool.
That's really inspiring. Yeah, love that. So my question is about producing. So you and I met in, it's not like a hard one, but you and I met in a producing class at the Songwriting School of Los Angeles, and I feel like it kind of like that class just went over my head. It was like somehow not the right thing to get me started producing, but I did watch you kind of get started producing after it, and I feel like that inspired me maybe more than anything. It was really cool to watch you kind of start doing that and feel like, oh, okay, I could do this. And I think you've produced some of the singles that you've released, and have you also worked with other producers?
That's so cool. Thanks, Sienna. Yeah, that class was a little weird. But I got very lucky. You've met Phil. So I worked with him for a couple of songs first, and he's a teacher. So he would produce, and you know, like learning like the fewest things that we learned from that class. And then he would mention some of those things, and it was like, oh, okay. So I was like learning from the back while he's like doing all these things. Yeah, and then I just like went onto Logic almost like it was a video game, and you know, just like, what does this do? And spending hours until I sit here where it doesn't have a back and my back hurts, and I'm 4'11", and I'm just like slouching. But yeah, it's just sitting and being on Logic for a long time. And YouTube helps a lot too.
Yes, definitely. I've been finally diving into it now in the past couple months with all this extra time at home, so it's fun. You can go down a lot of rabbit holes.
Yeah.
What would you say is your favorite thing about the producing process, or being able to produce your own songs?
Yeah. I would love to hear your songs.
They're coming. They're in,
Yeah, I would love to.
in the works. Thank you.
Yeah. What is my favorite thing? I feel so powerful. It's like you're creating things from nothing. It's like an idea, and then there was a melody from your mouth, and then you're trying to translate that in a more technical way, something that you know, other people can understand what you were feeling that day. Yeah, Adam, you agree? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's very empowering just
Thank
to
you.
have that tool in your pocket. And
I feel that way a little bit with like coders. Of course, they're like digital gods, but I feel kind like a little bit like a pinky of that. Just like, oh, let me like create something, and it happens.
yeah, love it. There's a question from Merida. How do you find the tone in the song? like in your songs, I guess, in your different songs.
Like the tone as a feeling, right? Or
I
tone.
think that's what she's saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it just comes to me. Most of the time, my songs, I think, start because I start like journaling, start as reflective, and then they become hopeful. I hope that is my hope. Kind of, you know, yeah, I'm here, but it's okay. You're worth the love. That's usually how it goes. I don't really like think about it much. It just comes to me, like what to write about and what tone will it take.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you feel like that too?
I think so, yeah. I think the content kind of guides you, and it's just about listening. Then you kind of start like forming from what you hear. It's like translating a message almost sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So we're going to wrap it up, but let's see. One more question from Brodie, which I'm also curious about your audio setup today. I think for all us musicians that are trying to like figure out this virtual performance stuff, because you did sound really good. Maybe you could walk us through your setup.
Yeah. Okay, so I have an audio interface, and then so my mic is connected with my audio interface, and then the audio interface is just connected to the laptop. And then on Zoom, you see like in the bottom left, there's a mute microphone, and then in the up arrow, you can pick your audio interface. But then the biggest problem with people sometimes is they can't hear anything. So make sure the select, like under select a microphone, this is select a speaker. Make sure that you use your computer audio so you can hear everybody else. Yeah, and that's it.
Cool, thanks. Yeah, it's working out.
What kind of mic is it?
Oh, this, an SE X1A. Yeah, I'm curious. Brodie? What are you using? What are you doing?
My friends and I are trying to get more technical as we're more live streaming, but I'm going through an audio interface, and then I'm actually routing through Ableton, and then Ableton is routing from this thing called Loopback. It's an app that will take the audio from Ableton and then send it into Zoom. Kind of
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had effects. That was pretty cool.
effects.
Cool. Thank you,
Cool.
Siena.
Thanks, everybody. I love this little conversation, and I'm just gonna put us all on gallery view so that everyone can say goodbye. And again, our performers tonight were Brodie Kinder, Erica Terpening, Adam Kerbel, Jessie Jayne, and Vealy. And I'm Siena Friend. Thank you guys so much for being here. It was really lovely to spend time with you and hear your songs. So please come back. We're doing this the first and the third Saturday of every month, and invite your friends. If you're watching and you want to join, just email me. You can find that info below the YouTube video. So we'll see you next time. Thank
Bye.
you.
Thanks, everybody. Really lovely to hear your beautiful music.
It was uplifting to hear everyone.
Cool.
Yeah.
I end